Hi guys, Kim Cash here. It's the Friday before Valentine's Day, and I just wanted to make a little basket to take over to one of my neighbors. So what I did yesterday is I baked a bunch of Valentine's cookies. I made some icebox cookies and some refrigerator sugar cookies. And they're all in the shape of hearts. Some are different shapes of hearts. Let me see if I can find one. I used one that had I'm not sure if you can see this. Let me see if I can come closer and show you. A ridged cookie cutter. And so this one, let's see if you can see that. And what I'm doing is just decorating them, and I thought you guys might enjoy. We have a snow day today, which is pretty rare in Portland, Oregon. And so I think the last time was maybe 6 or 7 years ago that we had a snow day that really closed down the city. But anyway, I thought cookies and hot cocoa would be great for a snow day. So what I've done is I just melted some Ghirardelli chocolate, and I'm going to dip some cookies in there. I want to do it while it's still warm. And oh, I should have gotten some parchment paper to lay them on, but I didn't think about it enough, I guess. I guess I could just use paper towel to pour it over, and I'm going to have to run and get some wax paper or some parchment paper. But I want you just to see how easy it is to decorate cookies for Valentine's Day, and to make them look pretty special too. So I just have this one thing of sprinkles that has many different colors, but I want to get a good solid coating on it. I guess you could do it over a bowl too, so that you could reuse the leftover sprinkles. You could just, pour them back in, whatever fell off. But maybe you saw some of the chocolate fall too. So I've got to let that one dry. I'll show you, and then I'll grab the parchment paper. I'll show you up close. So that one, and then I can do purple on the other side. But I'm going to run and get some parchment paper to lay them on. This is my Silpat, which is kind of like a reusable parchment paper. And I'm just going to lay them on here. Should have pulled my hair back too, which I'm going to do real quick. I was just so excited to decorate cookies. And then what I did besides making the chocolate is I have made some red frosting, just with Wilton's gel food coloring, and some pink. This pink turned out really pretty. And then I also have some store-bought Kelly Green decorator icing that comes with the little tips for decorating right on it, and some more red. And I've got some fondant here too. So, but first I'm going to do these chocolate cookies. I guess I could drizzle some. Let's try that. I'll do a cookie with some pink frosting and then drizzle some white over it. Some white chocolate. I just wanted to have a big variety because, I don't know what my neighbors like. Hopefully they like cookies. But anyway, who doesn't like cookies? I'm sure there's some people. But I like cookies. In fact, I made these icebox. You put this kind of sugar cookie in the freezer for over 3 hours, and they're like crisp. Maybe they get a little dried out. I don't know, but I love them. Those are all gone today. So anyway, and then I'm just gonna drizzle some chocolate back and forth on this. That was my phone. And see how that looks. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll zoom in and show you the cookies when I'm done. Oops. I just wanted to get some, because when you melt chocolate, it dries out pretty quickly or hardens again. And so you want to work kind of fast so that it's not hardened by the time you go to use it. And I had it sitting here while I was setting up the camera. And you see I forgot stuff. There's always so much to remember. You've got to remember, you know, the camera, the memory card, the, I don't know, it just seems, the charger for the camera. It just seems like I always forget something. See, isn't that one cute? I don't know if you can see that. Let's try this one. We'll put some purple on the other side. I just like to experiment. It's not like I have a set way that I'm going to do my decorations. I just, I'm looking for where I put the sprinkles. You guys probably see them, but, oh, right here. I have all this stuff in front of me, so I'll be efficient, and then I'm not. It's just fun to decorate, I think. And then when the chocolate hardens, I'll just clean them up a little bit. Let's see. I have plenty of cookies. After I made them, I ran downstairs and put them in the refrigerator. We have an extra refrigerator because I used to have a gourmet popcorn company that I did, and I did all my test recipes here at home. So we're lucky enough to have 2 refrigerators. I would like to start making that popcorn again. It was a lot of fun. The only problem is you have to go to a commissary and make your food, and the commissary was out in Beaverton, which was a half-hour drive. So they have everything there to help you make it, which is nice. But there's always the yin and yang of life. It was nice to go there and have all the stuff to make everything. But it also took a long time to get there. If you guys do homemade cookies and decorations for Valentine's Day, put a comment down below. I'd like to see that. I'd love to hear about other people that like to do the same kind of things as me. One of the other things I'm doing, just started doing, because I started doing cross stitch again, which is something I used to do when I was young, and I hadn't done it for years and years. And I thought, oh, you know, during the pandemic, you need more to do. So I thought, oh, I'll start doing cross stitch again. Well, then I had this image in my head of a cross stitch pattern I wanted to stitch, and I looked for it. It doesn't exist. So then I was trying to figure out how to do it myself, how to make my own pattern. And I did make my own pattern, and I stitched it. I learned a lot. Do any of you guys make your own cross stitch patterns? I know there's a lot of people that make their own stuff. A friend just sent me the coolest black cat quilt pattern, which I'm not a great quilter by any means, but I'm going to try to make it. There's that one. And I think it's going to be fun. And I have an idea. Of course, things always make me think of other things. There's this other cat I got in my head, and so I want to try to do this other cat. Jake, could you bring me a bowl?
A little small bowl?
Yeah, just to dump some sprinkles in. Thank you. I should have thought of that. I'm lucky to have family around that'll help me, because I always forget something. Not everyone's so lucky to have helpers. That one's a mix of colors. Oh, there goes some of the chocolate. see, I'm gonna do another, I'll do a red one and drizzle some white chocolate over it. Red never seems really red to me. It really seems, I mean, when I make it, it seems kind of pinkish to me. But people always say, no, it looks red. And I guess if you hold it next to the pink, it does look red, but I'd like it to look like a vibrant red. This is not, definitely not vibrant red to me. I like how these look, the drizzled with the chocolate. I like those. Of course, it's a little messy. That's okay. Let's make one big one. This one, I have 2 different ovens, and this one got a little brown on the edges. But I kind of like things a little overcooked. Maybe I like things a lot overcooked. When I was growing up, Mom had 9 kids, and our grandma lived with us, and so she was always, you know, cooking food for tons of people, and so she tended to burn stuff, you know, because if you make a huge, imagine making a Thanksgiving dinner every day, and that's kind of what she had to do, and so she was always really busy. I mean, we helped as kids, but there was always burnt stuff. But we never wasted it, believe me. We ate it. And so I've got kind of a taste for charred food, which is the truth. You see how easy this is to do. I told you all I did was melt in the microwave some Ghirardelli white chocolate. And then you see how easy it is. I'm just using a spoon to drizzle it. And I think those come out looking pretty impressive for just being made at home. I think so. Let's do a couple more because I'm going to run out of chocolate in a minute. I didn't make a lot. I only used half the bag because I was thinking, oh, maybe I want to make some white chocolate chip and regular chocolate chip cookies. And I like to, growing up in a big family, I like to be frugal with some things, so a lot of times I don't even make enough frosting. And this frosting is so easy to make. You just use, well, there's different buttercream frosting kind of recipes, but I just take like about a half a cube of butter and soften it in the microwave, put it in the mixer, and add powdered sugar. And that's essentially it. I mean, I usually add some vanilla or lemon. I a lot of times add vanilla and lemon. And then mix it up. And if it's too thick, you add like a tablespoon of milk. It's super easy to make your own homemade frosting. A lot of times though, I use cream cheese instead of butter because I think that tastes good. I like cream cheese. Of course, I like everything. I like butter too. So I've got a couple silk hats here. I'll start on the second one, but I'll move this one over. I'm not sure if you can see it. Let's see. me see if I move it back a little bit. Oh, see, I walked away for a minute and now the chocolate is hard. But you could always just microwave it. But I'm gonna do some fondant. And the thing with fondant, I once made some fondant. It was not good. Not all my things come out very well. It was actually pretty bad. And so now I just buy it. I buy a pre-made fondant. Someday I'll be brave enough to try again. But it was not good. So this comes in a little package, and you can just get it at any kind of, you know, Joann's. I'll list that in the little box. But there's other places, Hobby Lobby. I don't know if, I think Michael's has it too. There's a lot of places that carry fondant. And they make it so perfectly. You know, it comes out such a pretty color. The only bad thing about fondant, in my opinion, is that I've never had great tasting fondant. I've had fondant that tastes okay, but usually whenever I use fondant, my kids always peel it off. And actually, they just prefer it. They'd rather have a cake that tastes really well, really good, than a beautiful cake. And so one of the things they say is that they'd rather just have whipped cream and fruit, which is one of the ways we do it, is, you know, just a layer cake with whipped cream frosting and fruit in between. So these come out so perfect though, these little hearts. And then I can put them right on the frosting. The only thing is if your frosting sat very long, you're going to have to use a fresh dab of frosting to make it stick. I've got these little scrapers to touch it up. But you can see with just a little bit of fondant. And then one of the things I wanted to do too, I'll show you, is on one of these where I've got the white frosting already done on it, and I'm going to put the red heart on it. And then I thought, oh, I'll use some of these little black candies that are just little circles to make an arrow so that it looks like, you know, an arrow going through the heart. Okay, so let's see what you think of that. See, there's another one. And then I'm going to do some with, I've got, I think I'll do a couple more of these hearts. Maybe put them on a pink one. And I have some blue fondant too. So maybe I could do something like a, let's try a double heart. See how that looks. And these, I don't know if you guys see this little rolling pin. It has these like rubber bands on the end that keep you rolling consistently the same size. Of course, I move all over and mine aren't always perfect. But that's what makes them come out so that the hearts are the same size, width. A blue heart, kind of like a blue mood. I think that'll be pretty though. Blue and red, in my opinion, go well together. So we'll see. I need a bigger heart. I also, when I was baking, the hearts, I stuck some little Tootsie, no, they're not Tootsie Pops. They're sucker stickers in them so that I could make a cake and stick these in them. So this is just one piece of paper, cardstock, and I'm just trying to make a little basket to take the cookies over to my neighbor in. Just something to carry it in. And I'd like it to be cute, but you know, something with what I have around the house. I have a lot of cardstock just sitting around the house for making my little Danish hearts, which, let's see, I've got one right here. I call it Danish origami. And I've got these little hearts that I make out of cardstock. It was my husband's tradition, family tradition. It came from Denmark. I might have to staple it because this doesn't seem to be holding. You want to make the corners crisp because it's for thick paper. I didn't make it as crisp as maybe I should have.